Hi guys, this is Sham. So right now we're going to see about gauge. It's called feeler gauge. So the feeler gauge is what you're seeing in front of me. So it's made of mediative actually. So the thing is, there is a range of the feeler gauge. The use of feeler gauge, let me tell you, is to check a gap between part. If you want to see a gap, for instance, let me tell you this one. So this block is in front of me. So I want to check the gap between these two things. So the small thing is there. So I want to check what is the gap between this one. So I can't check by vernier, yeah, the jaw cannot go inside, and by scale also I can check. So this feeler gauge is used to check the gap between these two. So these things are normally used in much more like precision components and the metal components which need to check the gap between those two things. Then these things are used, these filler gauge is used. So let me show you what is it actually and how does it look like. So this is a feeler gauge actually. So that they have this projection, and while you push this one inside, you can see so many leaves are there. So these are called leaves actually, basically. So these leaves are like each leaves are one a width of each leaf. So you can see, right? So these are like individual leaves. So individual leaves are like these have a separate thickness of each leaves. So the top one you can see it's written over here. I just can't get the clarity. Okay, you can now you can see it's like 0.05 mm. So the next one, let me show you. So next one is there's a in between there is a gauge actually. So in between you can see it's 0.1 mm, and another one is 0.15. So it goes on like 0.05 is there, 15 is there, again is 0.2 is there, again 0.25 is there, 0.4 is there. So like it increases, goes on and everything. So it the maximum spec will be like 1 mm is there. So all the ranges in the division of 0.05 is there. So it's like you have to, what you have to do is you just have to take a leaf like this and you have to bend the others. Okay, so I'm just bending everything. So I want to check what is the gap of this one. So I'm just going to put this here. So it goes really freely, right? Okay, so I think I have to check the next one. What is this says actually? No, it's 0.4 mm. So 0.4, how it goes means it goes really freely, right? So I have to take something, I have to get something inside that is really hard to get inside. When I put it inside, it has to be really tough, really hard. It goes like very hard inside. So I'll just try the next one. So the 0.4 is the one which I took. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the next one. So 0.45, I think I'll go with 0.50. Okay, no, 55 is there. So let's go altogether to the 551. Okay guys, so it's a bit difficult folding all this one. So what does it say? It's 0.55, right? 0.55 mm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this one here. So 0.55 mm. 0.55 it goes. Okay, this one is also pretty loose one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the next one. So 0.60. So when we saw like, okay, the 551 was really loose. So I think I have to try something much thicker than this one. So I'll just go with 0.6 also. I think it will go the same way. So I'll go with 0.7, 0.8. I'll just go directly with the 0.81. Okay, the 0.85 is there. So it's a bit rusted, so I have to clean it. I have to clean it with oil, and I have to use it again. Okay, yeah, it's a bit tough, it's but a little bit loose. I think I have to get another one, larger one. This, the thing is, the concept is, let me tell you, I have to, if I'm putting it like this, it has to get stuck up. Okay, I'm pushing it inside. So the thing, the friction, you can see, you can feel the almost both the surface. Like if I'm tilting it like this, there shouldn't be any ply, should not be any gap. So I think this is far better, far little bit ply is there. So the 0.85, I think the next one, the 0.9 will be a perfect match for this one. Okay, so here we found the 0.9 one. Okay, the 0.9 gauge. Okay, the 0.9 gauge. Okay, this one is like, okay, little bit plies there, but it's really hard to get out. So here we can decide. Then the gap of this one is 0.9. Okay, so that's it, guys. I just show you how to measure this feeler gauge. It's a feeler gauge, let me tell you again. So the feeler gauge is used to measure the gap between such things, the gap between any parts. So either you can, if you're keeping the part here and you have to check the gap between the surface and the part, then you have to just insert that feeler gauge here. So you can check this, the gap of the part and the surface. So that's it, guys. I hope you learned something today. So that's it. Okay, guys, I'll just make some more instrumental. I'll just get to you, and I'll just get back to you. So thank you, guys. Thank you for watching this video, and this is Shyam signing off. Okay, guys, that's it for today.